I mean, I don't know if you could break it down to a particular day or not, but I would definitely say that I think we are in a rebirth period of some sort. Because if you just look at the way, again, I mean, things are growing in a way that I don't think a lot of people on the outside can know. But just seeing numbers and things like that from our end, it's a very, very impressive thing to see. And I think a lot of that honestly falls on the talent and has fallen on the talent for over the last year or more, even when maybe management wasn't up to par, quote unquote. But I think with having a lot of those changes in the upper management, things like that, I think that's made it a lot easier for us to kind of get out from under that black cloud.
Now, as far as Slammiversary is concerned, what should the fans expect when they tune in to the pay-per-view?
What should you expect? I mean, man, you got so much going on right now. There's so many stories. There's a little something for everybody. But the one thing you got to make sure you look at is Eli Drake, a little CA, Chris Adonis running in. And we got, who is this, a couple goofs and a guy from the NFL, D'Angelo Williams. But, I think that's going to be a good time. That's going to be real cool. That's probably going to be a little bit of a marquee matchup as far as, cross-promotion and outside media and stuff like that. So looking forward to that. That's going to be a lot of fun. You're talking about unifying titles at this point with Patron and Lashley. So you're going to have one Impact champion instead of, having the Global Force champion and the Impact Wrestling champion and all that stuff. So you're going to put it all together at this point. So it's going to be a culmination of a lot of things, whether it's, titles coming together or, a rebirth of the company, some people are saying.
Now, obviously, like you alluded there, Moose and D'Angelo Williams, obviously an NFL player, Moose, a former NFL player, UNCA, Chris Adonis, will be going up against them in a tag match. What are your thoughts on that? Because obviously, like you said, there's going to be a lot of outside media covering you because of this match.
Well, look, that's long overdue for this guy, but I don't know. I look at D'Angelo Williams. You got a guy who's a hell of an athlete, but as you put in the time, is he going to be ready when it comes time to get in that ring and perform? I guess we'll find out next Sunday. But all the respect to the world, to him as far as what he's done in the football world. But now you're talking about wrestling; it's a whole different beast. Guys who've tried to come over from football have come, they've failed, they've tried, they've fallen hard, and they said, you know what, that's enough for me. So I've got a good feeling that's probably going to happen with D'Angelo Williams. We'll see, though. Maybe he can tough it out. Moose has toughed it out so far, but even he's got a long way to go.
It is great, though, it is great, though, when you get outside media covering, because that means more eyeballs, more the mainstream. ESPN, will probably cover it. Do you look at all that as only good, positive things to come out of something like that?
Of course. I mean, look, there's a possibility that some people might be able to, twist certain things in a negative light, but that's always going to happen. You can't please all the people all the time. So all I can see is good coming from that. More eyes on the product is always a good thing, especially when it's coming from, a sports world, things like that. It's a legitimate world that fits in our world, as opposed to, we're not bringing in, some reality star and having them compete with our athletes or whatever. That doesn't make sense to me. But you bring a guy off the football field and bring him in, okay, well, now we're playing with something. So I dig that. And so, now having that crossover promotion and getting a little bit more of a look from the mainstream media as far as, ESPN and things like that, that's a beautiful thing.
Now, as far as TNA, a.k.a. Impact Wrestling, it's going to give me some time to get used to that, but Impact Wrestling.
Yeah, I can see that. You keep saying it over and over. Come on.
I know. Damn, I keep slipping up. Sorry. Impact Wrestling keeps growing, like you said. The eyes are on you. All the way over in India, you guys made a trip. What did you think about that big, huge trip over to India?
Anyway, I think, what are we, the first, I'm pretty sure we're the first major company to go over there and do live TV, live productions over there. So that's enormous. That illustrates our broad reach that we have. So, again, that goes out to the naysayers, who are always, trying to call the demise. We've got an amazing global reach. Now, we might have soured some of the U.S. viewers, and I get that because you know what? Sometimes you're not going to win everybody, and if some of the past office actions, things like that, might have soured some people. But our international audience has stayed with us, and our domestic audience is actually growing. So it's an amazing thing, and to get all the way over there and get the reactions that we got, and those crowds were hot. Those crowds were on it. And it was just an amazing experience. You get to see a different culture. You get to see a different part of the world. And I would love to do it again. I look forward to it.